First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6, and the Colts first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
45, 45.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Check. Crunch. 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 Check 26. Check 26. Big edge. Big edge. Big edge. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson.
Yo.
And he'll be taken down right around the
You. How you be lately?
I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling. Waiting for this man to be ready.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
Same.
You be playing COD anymore or nah? Let's see what we be doing here. Let's see what he comes out in.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Lance. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
Oh, he's D-line using. Ew, why?
Defensively here, you're facing
Why?
a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check, check. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Let's see what we got.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky. Six guys. Check, 6 guys. Kill.
On play action, Lance.
Why did you stop running? Oh my god, dude. I can't play against D-line users. D-line users fuck me. Oh my god. I keep thinking they're closer than what they are. That's so annoying. So annoying.
Not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something
So
they did
annoying.
not do in their victory last week.
He's gonna run the ball.
interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Told you.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's
Damn,
2nd
shit
and 9.
aggravating.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Oh my
and he couldn't
god.
even get going.
Dude, I hate playing kids like this.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him
Good fight, good fight, good fight.
And that run, that
That's what we
changes the
got.
whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. This one left side caught by Patterson.
Why are you D-line using?
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30.
That's so nasty. Ew.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
What a thought.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
I can't stand myself.
Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Yeah. Bro, I'm trying to think about what I want for dinner. Low key.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This motherfucker cannot throw the ball.
Get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that.
Not at all. They did a good job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This motherfucker cannot throw the ball, bro. This shit funny. Oh shit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
I'll take that from you.
And for the 3rd time here in this
I
half,
appreciate
it's
that.
intercepted.
Skirt.
Picked up by Richie Grant, and the Falcons are going to take possession here.
You in a box, kid. You in a box.
Reception CD, and it feels
You're
like
in a
he's starting
box.
to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through
You're in a box, kid.
or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Skirt.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
You're in the box, kid. You're in the box.
Still 9 remaining on second down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
If you're going to D-line use, I'm just going to throw them out underneath.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
All right.
Now they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And going deep for Hill.
What a dot. No, Reek! Reek! Catch that, Reek! Bam!
To be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Stop the line using, dog. I'm going to adjust.
And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. They had tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see do they
another
run
run.
The ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Another run, here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for another run. I ain't gotta watch nobody because he's running the ball. I told you.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
What do we got? What do we
Defenders,
got? What do we want?
specifically
What do we
linebackers,
want?
keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot
Who's
of misdirection
Snapchatting?
at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Nada.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Not a fucking chance, Mike.
And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he
Not
saw
a
it setting
fucking
up in
chance,
front of
Mike.
him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right.
They'll set up a throw. Complete on the
Should have been a pick.
ball.
They've had multiple
Shoulda, coulda,
opportunities on
woulda.
offense and still haven't scored any points.
Shoulda,
Felt like they wanted
coulda,
to
woulda.
loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they can get a big play and a quick strike.
Now on 4th down, on it's the punt team sending this one away.
All right, Patterson.
This is fielded in
Oh,
the
spun right into him.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well
Not
done.
low, not low
The
punt, not
Falcons
low
will
punt.
get it
Okay,
1st and
okay.
10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting
another
into
one.
the zone.
Okay, Rick. Okay, Rick. Okay, Rick.
30. 10.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Okay, Rick.
Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, Rick.
Coup for the extra point.
Show him what's up, Rick. Show him what's up, huh?
And it is now 21-0.
Oh, shit.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
This team's like a mutt team.
Harris out of the end zone.
Oh, let's yellow juke.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
I wonder how long it takes until he abandons the run. That's what I'm wondering.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know,
I'll take that back from you. Thank you. Thank you.
Picked off at the 40.
Sure.
We heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback is mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around.
He's in the box.
Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity.
Okay. Okay.
Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year.
Okay,
and
Pitts.
the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, Pitts. Okay, Pitts.
On here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone
You're in a box,
maybe
kid.
a yard shy of there at the 24.
You're in a box. Oh, shit.
We'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Who that?
And the Falcons get there. The
Kendall.
Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Oh, yeah, Kendall.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. And all the way down to the 42.
Damn.
A big play there for Indy.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score.
A screen. How the fuck did nobody tackle him?
First down and more.
How the fuck
down to the 27-yard
did nobody tackle him?
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago.
All right, JT. All right, JT.
A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it.
Not a chance, my friend.
This one's gone.
What do we got?
Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween.
Oh, my goodness.
They're having a blast out there playing against him today. Early on, the running game's been the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called.
He missed it.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send it down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
44, Mike, 44. 10 cycles, Black Ultra.
Lance now on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You're in a box, kid. You are in a box.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Let's see what we got.
Again,
Oh, he ran. Oh, I wasn't expecting for the run.
Taylor's got the first down and more, and finally brought down at the 43. 82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 45. Check.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On
Oh
2nd
my
down,
God,
it's
dude.
Taylor.
This guy does not quit the run. He's down 35 and still running the ball.
Be taken down at the 26.
But they're getting ready to go to work. He stayed out for that last run, found his spot, and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red
He's
zone.
still running the fucking ball, man.
Gets by him at the
Damn.
25. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run.
My
He'll get
man.
a couple, and that's it.
What is he doing, my
The
man?
lane that might have been open there
What
was
is he
closed
doing?
pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They
Oh, he's
used
tired.
great leverage, held
He's
their
tired as
spot,
hell.
and stacked him up.
That's not your house.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to
That I did one
throw.
time, man. I'll take
And
that
now
from you.
here is another
I'll take that
interception.
bit from you.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they? Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Falcons. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Okay, bro. You know what I'm gonna
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
I haven't ranked him it.
Another interception.
I haven't ranked him it.
Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38.
I rank him it, dog. How the fuck you throw a pick on the rank him it? Hell! How in the hell did you just throw a pick on the rank him it?
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it?
Twice!
I can't believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
All right, we're going to do some cheesy shit.
Lance now on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Pow!
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Kapow. But you know you can quit, right?
Coup up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The Falcons.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
Y'all ever like...
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And now here is another interception.
What,
Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
44, Mike, 44. No gain on this defense, no gain. 44's the Mike, 44's Mike. Check.
Throwing now is Lance. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Actually ran the ball.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off, right?
Oh, no.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
Darn.
They sack him back at the 33-yard
nabbit.
line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Lance.
Oh, no.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
Oh.
But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try to
no.
downfield.
Oh, yes.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Check.
Now Lance again. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown here.
No,
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
I wonder, never mind.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
I didn't feel about myself, bro. I didn't drop 63 points. Shit, I'm chill.
And now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now
here's Roberto
Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis.
Probably could drop 70. Sure.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout.
Oh, no.
Football, and it's intercepted.
No.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
No.
They get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
Can you fucking get him, please?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down.
Oh, shit. I'm bored as fuck. I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
He'll drop to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah,
he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
This game is so fucking boring. Why didn't you just quit? Why,
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Oh, you got me shit, my dude.
Taken in by
Oh, wow.
Boyd. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
To the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And somewhat of a measure of...
Oh, no. No.
Take it, but he won't be
No. I didn't get a shutout.
Nice
Fuck.
by the second-year
Damn.
That was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because
Fuck,
your rookie
dude.
season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read.
Fuck.
If you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the
Fuck.
pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
Oh, fuck it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I got no updates from that. Really? Look at Trey Lance. 4, 6, 9, 7. 53 touchdowns. MVP. 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 Who else we got in this motherfucker? Anybody else leading? Nah. Tyreek. Greg. By hella. Nice. Let's see the Texans looking. 5 and 7. Eesh.
That one friend that looks good all the time, you know. And if you're watching this, and if this video was sent to you, then you're not that one friend. It's me, baby. It's me. I look good all the time.